Door. Blue. We should show up one day with cowboy hats, singing a country song. I'll play the guitar.
You play the guitar.
You play the saxophone.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Goddamn Prophet. Fonzie, what's up, man? You can leave it like that. Leave it like that. Leave it.
What? Okay, like this?
Yeah, just leave it like that. You can. Oh, you're blue behind you.
Whoa!
Hey, almost.
Almost.
How's everybody doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. This week has been a blur in a positive sense. But, yeah.
It's been good. This
been
last
good.
couple of weeks has been good. I've been getting I have a lack of sleep from this previous week, and I'm my worst enemy. It's my fault because I'm like, yeah, let me start working on this thing at like 12 p.m.
You asked me for a Red Bull at 8 p.m. The other day. I'm like, who are you?
And I didn't drink it till 10. No, actually more, 11, because we watched a few episodes of Demon Slayer. I feel like this is the first time I make this public in the podcast.
You're I'm
an otaku. If you don't know what that means I really enjoy anime. Yeah. Yes, I am one of those.
All right, Fonzie, let me tell you. We have 10 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be fast.
I have a very important conversation in 10 minutes. And I really wanted to get these out there to the world. Fonzie has no idea what we're going to be talking about, but I think he's going to make good comments. So, with that said, here we go. Hey, I'm Luis.
And I'm Luis.
And you're listening to the Content is Profit podcast,
where we talk about entrepreneurship, mindset, and of course, how to turn your content into profit.
But most importantly, we're here to have a good time with you, baby. Let's go.
That's right. Please go to contentsprofit.com to get started today and join the community. Did you forget your other part?
Almost. I don't have my cheat sheet in front of me. I have something that I wrote on LinkedIn 2 days ago. You should be proud.
Is that what we're gonna be talking about? Yeah, I'm proud that you wrote.
Yes.
I'm actually disappointed. I haven't written as much as I've been wanting. That was one of my not New Year's resolutions, but it was one of my New Year's. This is one of the things I want to focus more on this year. Is writing. And I have not. So congrats.
Yeah.
High five. There we
go. One of the things that we talked about is like on the creation process, whenever like we try to conquer like consistency, is trying to find that version of or like a vehicle for you to create. For us, the podcast is very powerful. Obviously, it has kept us consistent. By the way, we're about to turn 2 years in the show. Can you believe it?
Are we gonna have a birthday cake?
I was thinking we need like a podcast birthday party, especially with the news that are coming in March. Especially,
let's do it.
Yes.
When is your podcast birthday? I know it's in March sometime.
I think it's the 13th or the 17th. But
all right, let's do it. Let's bring a cake. Let's have a couple guests come in, like in rotation.
Hours. Yeah.
Like
that would be so cool.
And that'd be cool. Yeah, and we just. If you have any idea for cool questions that you would like to for us to ask for previous guests, let us know in the comments. Send us a DM at BIZBROS.
We're gonna have to do like that whole week has to like we're probably gonna have to do the birthday theme. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. But also on the birthday, let's make an episode where we bring in a lot of people. We're just having like
that's what I'm saying. Like the whole week, we have three shows because we have so many amazing guests. We cannot just close the doors to
No, I know. Okay, so you say the same type of format all
week. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we have like 20 people like day one, 20 people the other. Like we'll see. Like who says yes?
I'm down. I think that's gonna be a great idea.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. Let's go. Let's go party. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to get started. So let me. So earlier this week, I was on a call with one of our coaches, amazing, Jerry McNamara. Huge shout out to him. You slept through that call because you went to bed at 4:30 a.m.
I literally sent him a text. I was like, guys, I'm not gonna be able to go on the call because I'm about to go to sleep. Yeah. And he was awake already. He was like, dude, what?
Yeah, by the way, Brad, what's up, my man? Thank you so much. Yes, it's crazy. So also, Brad over here in the comments, he has an incredible show. He teaches how to go live.
And he's been on the show. So Brad, you're gonna be part of that birthday week.
I know.
Awesomeness that we're talking about.
Yeah. By the way, like if you're listening, you're like, who the hell is Brad? Well, come hang out live with us on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Anyways, okay. Right. So I was talking to Jerry after FONZI, slept through the comments. Okay, but he, by the way, is for a good reason. Jim, what's up, my man? Good seeing you. He's there for a good reason. Super awesome project that we're starting to work this week. I'm very excited with the people that. I don't know if we can announce it yet, but soon.
There's so many tangents. Get to the point.
I know. Get to the point. Okay. So over the last 2 weeks, I've been personally on a detox environment. I felt like I was telling Jerry that I felt like a detox for the last 2 weeks. Nothing bad, but we were working on a project that the environment was really negative over the last 7 months. We're executing on this project. Things were moving forward. Things were going great. Under my point of view, communication was clearly not up there. The systems were in place. I'll do a full brief on that. But anyways, to me, that was a very negative experience, and we kind of parted ways a couple of weeks ago. And it took me a second to kind of regain the old LUISDA. Maybe on the show it didn't show, but like on the back. It was. So still a wound, not a scar, so not ready to fully share on it. But Jerry kind of helped me put things in motion. FONZI helped me put things in motion. My wife helped me put things in motion. And it got to a point where he goes and says, "This is perfect. You're like a flea on fire." And I'm like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Let me turn this into a principle." So basically is put your foot down to the gas, to like it was a gas to the metal, right?
Pedal to the metal. Wow.
But
you can tell we're not good with like American expressions.
American analogies, yeah. And it's basically over the last 2 weeks, we've been able to increase the speed of a lot of the things that we've done, and we've found incredible momentum. So there's a couple of things that we cannot just announce yet. They're going to be coming in the next couple of weeks. But things are moving forward very, very quickly. So with that said, I was able to identify a few things that helped me. Specifically, 3 things. The first one is change of environment, right? So over the last 2 weeks, I've been going through the detox process. Gas to the metal. Yeah.
Thank you, Jim. Appreciate it.
That's a new shirt.
Yeah. And by the way, Jim, you're invited to the birthday party for Content is Profit.
Yeah.
Let's go. All right.
So obviously, the first one is change of environment, right? Over the last 2 weeks, I've been working through a detox process, and I'm reading the post that I put in there. I was in a very negative and exhausting work environment with one of our projects. We cut ties a couple of weeks ago, and that brought back capacity and space to breathe and research. Shout out to George Bryant. That concept of breathing, like, it's helped me a lot, where you can like just slow down, take a breather. And then I've been applying that during the week. So FONZI, like, have you experienced something like that when you change environment?
I think so. I personally think I need to change more of my environment. I feel like I've been in the same environment for a while, but I do relate to that. Opening space, opening capacity, and actually just reminded me of margins, right? And I think you know the story I'm going to talk about. We actually, shout out to Jason Duncan, another awesome guest that we had on the podcast. We got to invite him to the birthday party as well. And he was talking about the ability of having margins in your life, right? See capacity as the letters inside of a book. If you write from the very end, beginning of the page to the very end, you got no margins, right? And everything is just very tight. But if you put margins, you got extra space to put notes on the side, right? Make reflections. You got that blank space in your life that allows you to do more. Now, it's a very cool analogy because books, when they started, they actually didn't have those margins. And the reason books started having margins is because they were kind of like packaging them, just storaging them. Wow, that was a tough word. Where they were storaging the books, there were a lot of rats, and the rats would come and eat the books on the edges. And if the book didn't have a margin, they would be eating inside of the book, and then
information will be lost.
So I think it's such a cool analogy and story in the sense that, hey, you got margin in your life that allows you to, still operate correctly, even if a rat comes and eat your edges. Wow.
We got this. Good.
Yeah. Let me know if you understood what I talk about. Did it
No,
make
I love it.
did it make sense?
I love it.
Or does it was just like total crazy?
Hashtag storage in the books. We got the comments. Yes, Jim, thank you.
Jim knows that it's all about
hashtag
the good hashtags. It's
Yeah.
all about having the good hashtags in there.
All right, element number 2 that helped us like move things forward is prioritize the items that move the needle forward. First step is to identify what those items are. For us, it was the increasing the speed of sales, right? We built a new system to start executing consistently every single day. In 1 week, we went from no calls in the calendar to 15 in the next 4 days. Work like a flea on fire. Remember, like texting Jerry, I'm like, dude, this is what's happened, right? And you know, for sake of the background, we've used the show as a main pillar, which still is, right? But there were steps in the process after the interviews that we kind of like let go of that process. FONZI
chokes the mic.
FONZI chokes the mic. Yeah. For those that are not watching video, please go to the video and you see FONZI. But
that's a reference to the old show,
old
right?
show.
The good old days. The good old days, Jim. We miss you, buddy.
So when I was texting Jerry this, like I'm like what we implemented was a different approach to the one on the show because we needed speed of sales. So we're like, okay, what's the low hanging fruit right now of people that we can communicate right off the bat? So the example is, and we can break down this pipeline later, but it was the people that requested our friendship on Facebook. So basically we built a quick pipeline in one of our amazing softwares. If you're interested, let me know. But it started to reach out and basically transition them into a group or a phone call to find out why they were doing what they're doing, and then transition them into possibly one of our services. Possibly. So full numbers on it, right? Out of 50 initial contacts that we made with 15 new people, 15, and I think today is like 23 book calls. So again, identify. Thank you, FONZI. Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. I know I've been on headphones like for the past like 5 days, which is great. But it's allowing us to gather a lot of feedback and prep, and we have a couple of people starting on new things that we're announcing soon. So identify that. What's that for you? For us was speed of sales. We need to move this fast. We need to have more conversations. We need to have these conversations faster, and then create that minimum viable execution plan and start doing it, right? So it wasn't perfect from day one, but the first week allowed me to basically build the rest of it, and now we can put somebody in place to continue the process.
Yeah, I think sometimes the sight of, oh, I need to do this and what it all entails can be very overwhelming, right? Because I mean, we've been talking about this for a while, right? And we kind of been on and off a little bit, like implementing, and then we stop, then implement, and then we stop. And I think personally, at least, the thought of, oh man, I need to fix this whole pipeline, the messaging, the cadence, like just the thought of the big picture sometimes is overwhelming, and you're like, I'm gonna put my capacity in something else, right? I'm gonna do something else, which might not be the priority. So pretty important point right there, prioritizing, and at the same time kind of like breaking it down, because that's what you did. You broke it down into, let me take minimal viable action, and I'll build up from that. I'll just like document it, put it together, and that'll be a plan that it's gonna make sense.
Yeah, I think it's important of your own framework. For me, it was like literally reach out. Why do you find out? Place them on either the group or a phone call, depending on the qualifiers, and then move forward. After that, those 3 steps were the main steps, and then now we have a few more with bump and different things that we say, but it was developed over consistent action over that week. So remove the friction, go executing the things that move the needle.
Yeah, I want to put a little tangent in there super quick. I know we're running out of time, but it is. I forgot.
Wow. Good job. Right.
I just know. It just came back. It
just came back. Okay, you need to go to bed, man. Yes.
All right. So, dude, I'm so red. Look at that. The thought was that you did this, even though we had the theory behind it. We kind of like knew some other people's how-tos.
Yeah.
Right. You created your own how, which is, we've been talking a lot about this recently. And I just want to invite you listening right now, think about, do I already have all the theory that I need to create something? And guess what? The answer is probably yes. And go out there and build your own how, what fits your capacity and your style that you can do consistently on a long basis. That's what you did exactly. You knew the theory, right? You knew other people's house, and maybe you can grab, help here and there. But at the end of the day, you didn't grab somebody else's full-on decked out process based on their capacity. What you did is you build based on your capacity, and you're absolutely crushing it. High five. Let's go.
Awesome.
Thumbs up.
Now we gotta get FONZI plugged into that one. All right, the last one, and I really want to wrap up in like a minute. So FONZI, if you want to speak on this one, because we're gonna wrap up the show strong. So the last one is belief. Yes, I know, mushy, whatever, but without belief, nothing happens. I truly believe in our product. I truly believe in our message, and above everything else, I believe in our team at BIZBROS. Huge shout out to the team that has been with us for the last 2 years. Huge shout out to you, FONZI. The blue one, you got this.
There we go.
All right.
I didn't know which one it was.
Yeah, and then this is, what the last 2 weeks have been all about. Belief and execution. So you that are out there putting your message out there, that have a process, that are continually executing, that is getting better every single day, go ahead, grab that belief. Keep it close to your chest, right? There've been moments where we question the belief, right? And we go look back and we see the results, not only on the sales side, because that has been life-changing too. There's still a lot of things that we need to get better at. There's still a lot of things little bolts that we need to tighten. But the fact that we've had a team for the last 2 years, that is massive. That is massive, right? So this is a lot.
Sometimes I do question, why haven't they left? Why? But I guess they like to hang out too.
So if you've been in a similar situation where your back is against the wall, where the Flea on fire principle you've had to apply, let us know. Reach out to us. Let me know in the comments. Let us know through the DMs. We want to know and see if we can have a conversation, because these are things that we can put in action every single day. So super excited for what's to come. Those are the 3 things. Quick recap. Number 1, change of environment, right? That allows you to kind of create more capacity and a space to breathe and reset, right? Number 2, prioritize the items that move the needle forward. For us was, of course, content creation and distribution, right? And the fact that we need to speed up sales. So build at the minimum viable process to go at it. And then the last one is believe. Believe in your product, believe in what you're doing, believe in the people that you're helping, and it's going to move things forward. FONZI, any last words?
Believe in yourself.
That's right. Believe in yourself, FONZI.
Hey, I'm going to record a 10-second loop right here. Just make sure you loop it. It's ASMR. I think that's the name of it. When you go to sleep, you can put this and just hear it.
That's a creepy voice. I don't think I would. Believe in yourself. Use your voice, Batman.
I used to put it all over.
Oh, wow.
I need to eat. I haven't eaten lunch. Let's do this.
Thank you so much, James. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in live. And with that said, thank you so much for tuning into the Content Profit Podcast. Go ahead and follow the show on your favorite platform and on social media at BIZBROS Go.
That is right. And if today's principle help you move one step closer towards your goal, please don't forget to share this episode, follow, and leave a 5-star review. Let's go.
Bye, guys. Sweet. All right,
Dude, appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for tuning. I love the hashtags.
Yeah, hashtags. We gotta make mugs.
I'm gonna choke the mic. Hashtag.
1, 2, 3. Sweet. All right, Facebook. We'll see you on Friday. Take care.
See you guys. See you, Jim. Appreciate you.